Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So the Ethereum chart is still holding in its local range. We are tracking here something that looks a bit like a wedge pattern. The price is still in that wedge. Haven't broken out to the upside yet. The market is also still holding below all resistance levels. In yesterday's update, I shared that down here, ideally, an internal bounce in wave 4 would start. It happened at the ideal location, but the bounce is quite strong for the internal wave 4. So we want to talk about that. First of all, the price is still holding above the 13th of January low, which is crucial to maintain an immediate bullish outlook. We have currently a scenario in which a B wave likely bottomed on the 13th of January. Then we said from there, we had a wave 1 to the upside. This here all might be a wave 2 with a third wave to come. Okay, which might then eventually take us to new all-time highs, step by step, of course. But for now, the immediate focus is on whether the bulls can actually hold this so-called 1-2 setup. I mean, it's not super high confidence, given that the initial rally is in 3 waves. But the pullback does look corrective. But this is the area where the bulls need to turn up. Okay, so far the 78.6 retracement, the crucial 78.6 retracement is holding, and it's at $3,033. But I cannot rule out one more low. I mean, this is not an invalidation point. It's simply a level where we normally want to see the bulls turn up at the latest. Yeah, a sustained break below that level, very important. A sustained break does typically serve as a clear warning that there might be invalidation, and the invalidation itself will occur at the 13th of January low at around 2,935 or 2,930. That's the invalidation. But we know that typically, below the 78.6 retracement, invalidation will occur at some point. If it's a sustained break, so if we get a brief break below that level, it's obviously not invalidated. The bulls still have a chance. So a bit, not necessarily a high quality 1-2 setup here. We need further evidence that the bulls are turning up. I'm still tracking a bullish scenario. Any break below the invalidation point means that circle wave B, which presumably bottomed on the 13th of January, is still unfolding. Yeah. In the very short term, I'm tracking here an A, B, C structure to the downside, with wave C possibly still unfolding. So A, B, and the C wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in wave 5, I mean, we were tracking here potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to assume that this microstructure is going to play out like that, given that it's quite a strong bounce. But at the same time, without a break above resistance, there is no evidence that a low is in place. I mean, this might morph into a diagonal. I'm already tracking it as a diagonal, right? But maybe this is, instead of a wave 4, this is a wave B of a wave 3. But I'm not gonna relabel it because there's no point really. This might morph into a triangle. I've highlighted that here in yellow. And what we need to see is essentially a break above, and I can actually tidy that up maybe. This is initial resistance, so the price, it doesn't look like price will react to it, to be honest. Okay, but what really matters is that the bulls drive the price above this line at 3,236, because that's the wave 4 high that occurred on the 27th of January. I think this spike is only visible on Coinbase, not on any other major exchange, so it might not be so relevant. But still, this level needs to be broken, and it would invalidate the idea of a still unfolding wave 4 as a triangle. And it would also invalidate the idea, that this is a 5th wave down, essentially, right? So need to break above that level. That would be further confirmation a low is in. This rally was only in 3 waves, however. So there's always a chance it morphs into a diagonal, but I don't assume at this stage a low is in. I mentioned that yesterday. There's no evidence whatsoever that a larger degree wave 2 has already bottomed. Rather, a triangle makes sense. This wave 4 is only in 3 waves, right? Pullback was quite sharp, but only in 3 waves, so it might turn into a triangle. That's something we're observing today. But and you know, there's still a chance to morph into different structures. But I think triangle makes sense. But any break above the green line will already indicate a low of sorts could be in. But then we need to track the upside. Then I will continue to track upside. Now I'm still tracking downside. That doesn't mean a breakout to the upside is confirmed, but we will define the parameters and show a possible roadmap for higher. But for now, there's no point because it's moved down, you know, lower lows, lower highs, and now sideways consolidation. We would need a bit more evidence, you know, something to work with from a short-term bullish point of view. But overall, context hasn't changed. I'm still tracking here the, I'm still tracking upside overall, not on the nano level though. Here, we need a bit more clarity because the price is still printing lower lows, lower highs. Now with the option of a bit more sideways consolidation before a final drop. Sometimes that last drop doesn't happen, and to be honest, we're already at the 78.6 FIB level, so maybe the low is in, but then we need that signal above the green line. That's the update about Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.